Hey everyone, it's Allie and welcome to my channel, and today I have a bit of an unexpected thrift haul on a very rainy day. So today my husband Ryan and I had some errands to run. He was getting some work done on his car, and it has been so rainy here in the South that we decided to go to the movies and see Freakier Friday, and I am so glad we did. It was everything my millennial heart wanted to see. Big Lindsay Lohan fan. So I would recommend seeing that if you haven't yet. But right by this movie theater is a thrift store. And it's a pretty big thrift store. It's the biggest that I know of in the area that I live in. And I had gone to this thrift store like 2 times before and I wasn't really that impressed. I just felt like I wasn't really finding that much stuff. Everything seemed to be really old, and this thrift store also does price everything individually, which I typically don't like, but I knew that I had found some good vintage in the past there, and this store does not really mark up vintage very high, so I can get stuff for like anywhere from like $1 to $5 most of the time. And yeah, between dropping my husband's car off and our movie starting, we had about an hour. So I asked my husband if he would be okay with just popping into the thrift store for a little bit. And you know, an hour goes by really fast in the thrift store. And the store is, like I said, very big. So they actually had like 8 new racks. So I said, okay, my goal is just gonna be to get through the new racks. And that's what I did. And it took about 45 minutes to do that, and then like 15 to check out. So time flew, but I was so surprised that I was able to get a full haul just from those new racks. I was fully expecting to get like maybe 3 things and then they would just be added to my next collective Goodwill haul, because that is where I typically shop at my local Goodwills. But lesson learned, I will be spending a lot more time at this thrift store in the future. It would probably take me like 4 to 5 hours to get through the whole thing. So that might be a video for a future day, spending the whole day thrifting. But I am super excited to share this haul with you. It is a lot of vintage. That still is for sure the vibe of this thrift store, but I was able to find a few good brands, some Bolo brands. And I also did absolutely have the fall trends in mind. I recently watched Jack Valentine and his husband Ryan's fall trend video, and it is so good. They present it very well, and I absolutely took notes on the whole thing, so I will pop up my screenshot here, but I would absolutely recommend going and watching Jack's video because it is always good to stay on top of the trends. Of course, there are going to be certain brands and styles that are timeless, but it is good to know what is like generally in style. But just in general, it seems like kind of quiet luxury is in, which I'm pretty happy with because I feel like that's what I've been drawn to lately myself. So like quiet luxury, kind of like country chic, more like UK countryside than like farm girl in Oklahoma countryside. So like the tall riding boots are back. I'm so glad. My millennial heart loves a riding boot. But overall, it just seems like good quality items. Leather, especially suede, brown, black, I think purple is also in, things with ruffles. So yeah, all that was in the back of my mind, especially with like the vintage stuff. I want to pick up vintage that matches that. But anyway, I ended up getting, I think 24 items, and I spent $93.90. So that works out to just under $4 per item, which is cheaper than my average cost of goods at Goodwill. So yeah, we'll always be a Goodwill lover because I love that everything is the same price. But like I said, I will definitely be spending a little bit more time at this thrift store in the future. Blah, blah, blah. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the haul. Okay, so I do have one pair of shoes. I didn't really go through the shoes at all, but when my husband and I were checking out, there was like a little bit of a line. So I said, do you mind if I? And he was like, go look at the shoes. And I was like, yeah. So he knows me very well, but it's impossible, I feel like, to go to the thrift store and at least not glance at the shoes because you can get through them pretty quickly. But they had like 6 rows, so I really only was able to glance at them this time. And I did end up getting 1 pair of shoes. I didn't think I was gonna get any because I remembered the last time I was at this store, the shoes were priced like $10 and up. But I got these Tory Burch heels for only $6. And I'm sure that they price these decently low because they do have a fair amount of wear to them. So yeah, it's like nothing major on either of the shoes, but just kind of general wear throughout. Same with the heels, like nothing super bad looking, but they're for sure not perfect. And then the bottoms do have a little bit of wear as well. And since they are just a great classic pair of heels. I did want to go ahead and pick them up, and the leather is just so nice. So I do have quite a lot of vintage in this haul just because that is what this thrift store has a lot of. And up first we have a pair of 100% wool pants. They are a nice gray, like a straight leg cut, and they do have an elastic waist. And these are from Alfred Dunner. They are a size petite 8, and I definitely feel like you could put some boots on with this, you could throw a blazer over this, and you would definitely have that like very country, quiet luxury aesthetic. This one I am so excited about. I wish it was a little bit smaller because I am like dying for a jacket like this. But we have another vintage item, and look at this. Like, this screams quiet luxury to me. Beautiful navy blue button front jacket. I love the collar. I love that pocket detail. Something about this look I'm really loving lately. I actually just recently, I think in my last thrift haul, I picked up a short sleeve button-up shirt to sell that is like literally this, just in a shirt. So I was definitely not going to leave this behind. And this is from John Mayer collection, and it's a size 18W. I do just need to depill the collar a little bit, but that should be easy. And I did try this on just to see how it would fit, since vintage sizing can be quite different. I would say it fits probably like an XL, maybe 2XL. So I always put the measurements in for all of my items, but I'll probably list it as either XL or 2XL just so more people can see it. This one I am gonna go ahead and keep for myself. It's just a great little basic sweater. Good materials. I love that color blue, and it is like a little bit of a wider 3/4 sleeve. Sorry, the tags are like really annoyingly on the brand tag. But this is from Pure Jill, and it is actually a size extra small, which I am not, but I tried it on and it fits me pretty well. Like a looser medium, I would say. And it is a cotton and cashmere blend. So these are the kind of pieces that I'm looking for myself, just like classic pieces that have good materials. Now we do have a newer brand, and I'm so excited about it. And this thrift store, I do not understand their pricing at all. So this is an open cardigan from Pact. It is a size medium large, and it's a pretty substantial piece. I actually just got this in a different size and color, but it is, I think, the airplane wrap, something like that. Like, it's kind of meant for travel loungewear. And yeah, it's pretty substantial. It's like an open cardigan. It is a good brand. And they had this priced at only $2.99. And then they had other things, like a lot of Talbots, they had priced at like $7.99. So I don't get it. And it can be a little bit frustrating at places like that, because I feel like for me, I get excited about something and then I see the price tag and I don't want to pay it. But I do also love finding hidden gems. So maybe brands that are a little bit lesser known, they're gonna price pretty low. So like I said, maybe I will do another video in the future. Let me know if you want to see it, where I just go to the thrift store, take you guys with me, and spend like pretty much all day there, try to get through like the whole store. That could be fun. And now I know from this trip that there definitely are enough pieces for it really to be worth my time. Take the tag off of this one. They staple the tag on. I really don't like that, because sometimes it can ruin a piece. But now we have a very good staple from Lauren Ralph Lauren. It is a size 2X, and it is 100% cotton. And I would not have picked this up just on its own, just because it is quite simple. But I did find this white one, and then a gray one, and a navy blue one. So they're all 2X, they're all 100% cotton. Long sleeve shirts. They all were $4, so I have $12 into them. I think I'm just gonna make a bundle, maybe just price it at like $50, maybe a little bit more, and I would love to sell those for like $40. So I do think that that will be worth it. Now we actually have another Lauren Ralph Lauren piece that I will be selling on its own, but this one actually is also 2X, so probably from the same person, but it's a great high quality piece. It is 55% silk, 25% linen, and then 20% cotton. Perfect for fall, of course, pretty nice thickness. And then this lace-up detail actually is leather. So I am not usually a fan of the lace-up, and there was another one from Lauren Ralph Lauren that had the lace-up detail, but this one was much higher quality. So even though that's not personally my style, I think that the quality will definitely carry this. And so because of the materials and the size and the good brand and everything, definitely hoping for like $35 for this. Okay, this was random. Definitely the best brand that I found, but again, I literally only looked on the new racks. They only priced this tank at $3, and it is a Goldie, size small, very expensive brand. It is just a basic ribbed tank. These actually do sell for like $30 to $50, like literally just this tank. So I am gonna go ahead and list it. I probably will list it for like 40 and just want to get like over 25, but it is in really good shape. And for someone who's looking for good quality basics, this definitely would fit the bill. And I love that too because it will take up like no space in storage. Okay, I did get a couple things for my little niece. She just started kindergarten, so she's 5 turning 6, but she loves Peppa Pig. So I got her this really cute Peppa Pig t-shirt. And then I did also get her this vintage yellow dress. It has like spaghetti straps, and then it does have a little ruffle hem. So I figured it would be cute for her to put like a little turtleneck on underneath this, or of course she could just wear it as is. But I have a hard time leaving vintage kid stuff behind. This is from a brand called Kelly's Kids. Next we have a cozy sweatshirt. It is kind of simple looking, just says USA, but it feels like it really was never worn. And this is actually from John Galt, which is a Brandy Melville brand, and I have had really great luck selling Brandy Melville pieces. It actually says size small on there, but I think they do consider most of their clothes to be one size, and I would say for sure that this is an oversized small. So probably up to a medium, maybe even a large could wear that. This is one I might try on myself. It very much reminded me of what is trending this year, and I think that this could be really cute just like tucked into jeans with some like knee-length heeled boots. So yeah, I might try this out. I am not afraid to wear a ruffle. This is probably vintage. It's from the brand Baldini, size medium. I am gonna do a video, probably not for like a month or so, where I share everything that I've thrifted for myself over the last year or so, probably just focusing like on the fall pieces. But like I said, I've been like trying to create a little bit of a quiet luxury wardrobe for myself, and I'm gonna challenge myself this fall to get dressed more often, because since I work for myself, since I am at home a lot of the times, I end up just wearing like a lot of loungewear or just like very comfortable outfits. But I really do love fashion, and I do love styling, and I have a lot of clothes that I don't really wear that much, so even if I'm not really going anywhere, I still want to get dressed. So maybe I'll do like a getting dressed every day for a month video. Let me know if you'd want to see that, and I can challenge myself to put together new outfits. But now we have another little vintage cardigan. This was only $2, and it is from White Stag. It is a size extra large, and it has just like the button closure at the top, and then it goes out. So I do think that the Depop girlies will really like this. Very grandma core, very cottage core, adorable with either like a white bandeau underneath or a white tank top. And then very similarly, we have another vintage cardigan. This one was $3. It's from Giorgio Fiorellini collection. Very similar. This one I might actually try on because I do like that trend of just like having the top buttoned, or in this case it's like fastened, and then having like a tank top on underneath, and I do like the length of this and the color. Now we have a Chico's piece. I got this for $6, and Chico's like Talbots, a lot of their pieces were marked up to like $8. So yeah, just not gonna pay that much for that brand. And I was definitely debating on this one because it is a little bit of a smaller size. It is a 0, and that's not like a true 0, but it might work out to be like a small, maybe a medium. But the colors are definitely on trend, and I feel like it is a very kind of like classic, quiet luxury type of open cardigan. Feels like it was really never worn, and I really like that sleeve detail, very comfy, cozy. So I almost picked it up more for the style than the brand itself, but it is primarily cotton, so that's really good. Now we have the only pair of jeans that I did end up getting. These were not priced too bad. They were $6, but I think a lot of them were priced more like $8. And these are from Levi's. They are the ribcage wide leg, size 29. I debated for a minute because they are distressed, and distressed is not really that in, but since they are a wide leg and they are a pretty good size, being a size 8, I do think that they still will sell. Now we have a cute little sweater tank from Ann Taylor. This is a size large. Once again, very much fits that quiet luxury look. Ann Taylor is a pretty expensive brand, but it's got the trending colors. brown, black, white, of course, just like very fall colors. But I really like the neckline, and I do also like that it's polka dots because those also are pretty trendy right now. But if this was smaller than a large, I definitely would have thought harder about it, but I did only get it for like $3, and it is primarily cotton. Now we have a new to me brand, and it does seem like it is a Bolo brand. So it is Rochelle Behrens, and I guess this is just like a classic shirt that the company does sell, and it is in a really pretty pink color. I just quickly looked at comps, but definitely seems like it will be worth it. I think some people have even sold this like north of $50, which is kind of crazy, but just like the theme of this haul, it is just like a good quality classic piece. It is a size extra small, so that's the only bad thing, but I am excited to get this steamed and listed and see how much attention the brand really gets. Now we have another good brand, Alfred Angelo. I think that this brand sells a lot of like formal, maybe like bridesmaid type of pieces. I was seeing a lot of dresses when I looked it up. I didn't look too much into this specific piece because I was in a bit of a rush, but it just seems to be a skirt. So I'm not sure if this was like a two-piece set or something like that. So hopefully this wasn't a bad pickup. It was $6, but there were some really, really good comps for this brand, and it also is a really good size. It is a 22W. So I am looking forward to trying this out, and I feel like this is a bit of a fall color, and green is pretty trendy right now. Just a few more pieces. I have two very Y2K ones. They are the same but in different colors, and I honestly don't mess too much with Y2K stuff because I feel like I honestly don't like it at all. It is not my style. So I have a hard time figuring out like what is just ugly and not going to sell, and then like what is kind of cute in a weird way and people are gonna eat it up. And I would not have picked these up if they were like $5, but they were both only $2, and they are from the brand Dress Barn, and they are both a size extra large. But look at these. Are these not the most Y2K things you've ever seen in your life? So it's like a zip up long cap sleeve hoodie. Like this over a micro skirt is so Y2K, and it even has a little bit of bedazzling on there. So yeah, once again, not my style, not what I really like to pick up, but I do think that these will do well. So we've got the orange one, and then we also have a blue one. So same exact thing, just different color. And then last but certainly not least, we have more vintage. But this is exciting because it is vintage dead stock. So it's got the original tag still attached. It's from this brand called Lucia. It is a size large. Looks like it originally retailed for $63, so not cheap at all. And it also goes with the quiet luxury aesthetic. So it is a button-up cardigan. It's got the shoulder pads and everything. So I love that I got that. It's so rare. I feel like that I find new with tag vintage, and I do love finding vintage in general, so I am not mad at this haul at all. I am more than happy to list some fun, especially like cottagecore quiet luxury vintage items. But let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite piece was, and are you following the trends? Like I said, do make sure you check out Jack Valentine's video. It was really, really well done. And if you like this video, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. It really does help my channel out a lot. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.